Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Dharma School morning service. Since Ribbon Sakamoto is down to Morgan Hill and Gilroy to conduct a special memorial service for the Memorial Day, so I'm the only one here in Hondo today again. But fortunately, today I have Mas here. He support me for the broadcasting. Thank you very much for your support, Mas. Your support make me feel so reassured. Thank you. So our service will start with sutra chanting, Sambujo and Juseige. So if you wouldn't mind, please join me in reading together. Thank you. Okay, now let us read Golden Chain together. So please show me in Kansho. Golden Chain. I am a link in Amida's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I will keep my link bright and strong. I will be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will think pure and beautiful thoughts, say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds. May every link in Amida's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Thank you. So here, I'd like to answer to the questions from Dharma School students. So I'm gonna answer two questions today. So first question is from 7th and 8th grade Dharma class, maybe from the student from 7th and 8th grade Dharma school class. Okay, so the first one is, how much sleep do you get before chanting? Okay, so in order to chant in a loud voice like this morning, I think I need more energy for it and enough warm up time to make a clear voice for chanting. So before, actually, I used to go to bed like late and wake up late. But recently, I changed my routine to go to bed earlier, like 10 or 11 p.m. and get up at around 6 a.m. So I hope it's working on me so far. Okay. Yes, the second one, okay, is the how did you become a minister? Okay. So in order to become a Buddhist minister in Jodo Shishu tradition, you need to join and receive a Tokudo ordination, which is a ceremony that takes place at our head temple, Nishi Honganji in Kyoto, Japan. So when one has performed the rites, one is considered as a formal student of Nembutsu teachings. So it is also considered to be the first formal step of training to become a minister in Jodo Shinshu tradition. But before one is allowed to participate in this ceremony, one must endure an 11-day training period. So it is, I heard it is referred to as a testing. That takes place in another training temple. So actually, this 11-day training was very hard for me because you need to live under the strict rules for 11 days and conduct and attend every service on seiza sitting, which is a Japanese sitting posture for almost at most over 2 hours all day long. So each service is about two hours. So you need to endure the seiza sitting all day long. So I feel like I wanted to escape it, but when I received the ceremony, Tokudo ordination, I was so impressed that I felt refreshed. For us ministers, being able to go through the Tokudo ordination marks the first of the varying number of steps toward Jodo Shinshu ministry, and it is just a start for us to continue the study of Dhamma. So I hope I can enhance my understanding of Buddhism for my entire life with everyone of the Sangha. Thank you very much. Okay, so here I'd like to introduce today's guest speaker. It's Mrs. Sumi Tanabe. Sumi is one of the important temple members who always support our temple activities and one of our minister's assistants. Okay. Hello, Sumi.
Good morning.
Morning.
Thank you, Reverend Mikame.
Good. Hi. Good morning. Okay, those are.
Good morning, Dharma School students, parents, and friends. Please join me in Kansho. This is from the Kyogyo Shinsho. To awaken beings everywhere to great compassion is truly to respond in gratitude to the Buddha's benevolence. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Tomorrow, May 31st, is Memorial Day. It is a federal holiday honoring and mourning our military persons. It was originally known as Decoration Days as the years following the Civil War and became an official federal holiday in 1971. The United States, even as a young country, has been involved in many wars and conflicts throughout our history. Today, I would like to focus on World War II, and at the time, the only Nisei to receive the Medal of Honor, Private Sadao Munemori. Sadao Munemori grew up in Glendale, California. He was very close to his mother. He liked to swim, but when he went to the local swimming pool, he was turned away because he was Japanese. In those days, there was racism against the Japanese, fanned by politicians and newspapers. California legislature passed anti-Asian laws, including not being able to become naturalized as citizens and not being able to own land if one was not a citizen. Nevertheless, Sadao's childhood dream was to have a ship named after him. Sadao graduated from high school in 1940. He enlisted in the U.S. Army on November 2nd, 1941. Buddhism teaches us nothing is permanent, that everything is subject to change. A big change came not just to Sadao and his family, but to all Japanese aliens and citizens alike. Pearl Harbor was bombed on December 7, 1941, a month after Sadao enlisted. In November 1942, Sadao was selected for Military Intelligence Service Language School. He transferred from MIS to avoid fighting in the Pacific. His elder sister's husband was serving in the Japanese Army. His family was not the only one who had family members fight against each other. In order to leave MIS, he had to accept a lower rank of private from technical sergeant. President Roosevelt signed Executive Order 9066, which mandated all Japanese and Japanese Americans from the West Coast to 10 internment camps. Sadao's families was forced to go to Manzanar internment camp, but Sadao was able to visit his family before being sent away to boot camp in Mississippi. His mother hung a blue star flag in her barracks to show she had a son serving in the war. Sadao kept a picture of his mother during his military service. In 1944, Sadao was sent to Italy as a replacement soldier for the All-Nisei 100th Battalion. He joined the 442 Regimental Combat Team, which was segregated unit of Niseis. He helped rescue the lost battalion in France. The 1st Battalion, 141st Infantry, was surrounded by German forces in the Vosges Mountains on October 24, 1944. The 442nd, about 3,000 men, were ordered to rescue the lost battalion by General Clayton Dahlquist. The German army had orders from Adolf Hitler to defend the Vosges at all costs. The 442nd was successful, but suffered heavily. 1,000 casualties, 200 killed in action, and over 800 wounded. For their bravery, the 442nd received 5 Presidential Unit citations. In April 1945, Sadao had a mission to penetrate the Gothic line in northern Italy. He dove in an enemy grenade to save his fellow soldiers. He was only 22 years old. Later, Sadao's mother would find her photo among Sadao's personal belongings. Sadao was then the only Nisei to receive the Medal of Honor. A memorial service was held at Manzanar for both Sadao and another Nisei killed in action. There is a picture of that service, and it's difficult to make out the Buddhist minister who officiated. I cannot verify this, but I believe, and others also believe, that the minister looks like Reverend Yukawa's father. Reverend Yukawa served as our Betsuin minister during 1977 through 1982. His father was a minister in the Los Angeles area before the war. The Medal of Honor was given to Sadao's mother on March 1946 at Fort MacArthur, where he began his military service. The Medal of Honor was first awarded on March 25, 1863, and last awarded on September 11, 2020. 50 years later, 20 other Niseis would be upgraded to the Medal of Honor and awarded by President Clinton. They found prejudice in the selection process, which prevented these 20 from getting the Medal of Honor in the first place. Sadao lives on through the naming of a Los Angeles freeway interchange, a statue in Italy, and a monument at the Evergreen Cemetery in Los Angeles. True to his childhood proclamation, a troop ship was named USNS Private Sadao S. Minemori. A true hero, he gave his life to save others. So on Memorial Day, we remember the many sacrifices our men and women have made, including the ultimate sacrifice. Normally, we would be having a Memorial Day service tomorrow at the Oak Hill Memorial Park, but due to the pandemic, it was canceled. In today's San Jose Mercury News, on page B15, there is a full-page article on the 442nd Go for Broke. In your class today, please place your hands together and recite the Nembutsu to honor those who sacrificed their lives. Please join me in Gassho from the Dhammapada. Live in joy and in peace, even among the troubled. Live in joy and in freedom as the shining ones. Namo Amidabus, Namo Amidabus, Namo Amidabus. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you very much, Sumi. And thank you for sharing such a great story. I was so lucky that I had the chance to hear your story before the Memorial Day. Okay, so yeah, since it's Memorial, so Mrs. Sumi said, since it's Memorial Day weekend this weekend, so I'm sure you will have a chance to get together with your family, and friends and relatives, and I will we'll share the fun time with everyone together. So for Memorial Day, I guess many people will visit cemetery to commemorate your family, important family. So I hope we can feel the connection of our own life and our ancestors and appreciate their guidance as a Buddha. So thank you very much for your participants. So I'd like to conclude this service with Gassho. Please join me in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your holiday. Bye. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Sunday morning service. So since Reverend Sakamoto was down to Morgan Hill and Gilroy and to conduct a special memorial service for the Memorial Day, so I'm only one here in Hondo, but I hope everything is going okay until the end. So don't go away and please don't leave me alone. So, okay, so I'd like to explain today's service. So our service will start with chanting, sutra chanting, Sambujo and Sanbutsuge. So if you wouldn't mind, please join me in reading together. Thank you. Okay, thank you. So now let's read Three Treasures. So it's on page big sutra book on page 8. If you have your material in your place, so please join me in reading Three Treasures. Please join me in Kansho. How is it to be born into human life? Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of Betsuin. Now we are hear it. If we do not realize the truth in this life, when will it be realized? Let us reverently take refuge in Three Treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha. Maybe absorb ourselves in the principle of the way of enlightenment and awaken ourselves the spring well. I take refuge in the Dharma. May we be submerged in the depth of the doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. May we live in harmony in the great assembly as disciple of Buddha and be free from all hindrances. Become units of the true accord in our life of harmony, in a spirit of universal oneness, free from the bondage of selfishness. Even through myriad ages of kalpas, how is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine? Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us totally understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Thank you very much. So, for this Dharma Talk, so I'd like to share the passage from the 17th article Constitution written by Prince Shotoku. So please join me in Kansho. Be respectful to the Three Treasures sincerely. The Three Treasures, Buddha, the teaching of Buddha and priests, are the final refuge for all life and our ultimate doctrine in all countries. What person in what world can fail in respect the doctrine? Few people are awfully bad. If you guide them rightly, they will follow you. But if you guide them without the Three Treasures, how can you correct their badness? Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Thank you very much. So today I'd like to talk about Prince Shotoku because this year, 2020, is a special memorial year for Prince Shotoku. Did you know that? So this year, 2020, is a special year to commemorate the 1400th anniversary of Prince Shotoku's death. Prince Shotoku is considered as one of the most important patriarchs in Jodo Shinshu tradition. So we enshrine his image inside of our Naijin to pay respect to his effort, which were given to spread Buddhism in Japan. Do you know where the image of Prince Shotoku is enshrined in our Naijin? He's in here. Yes, we can find him at the right edge of the Naijin. So he wears colorful robes, which is a little bit different from our robes, and holds a portable incense burner with his hand in the scroll. I said 1,400 years. Can you believe it? It is a time when my super great grandparents were still alive. It's long time ago. Although we might not have seen someone who is 1,400 years old, but maybe have you ever seen a 1,400-year-old building? I have actually. It's Horyuji Temple in Nara, Japan. Horyuji Temple is considered as the oldest wooden structure in the world so far. I have visited there and seen the building on my school trip when I was still a teenager. Wow, is that really what Asian people could do? How could this have been possible? These were my reactions when I saw the building of the Horyuji Temple in Nara. This is what I learned on TV. The most important thing to make the durable buildings, like Horyuji Temple, is to choose the woods, which are big, stiff, and 2,000 years old, so that it can maintain its great quality for another 2,000 years, even after it's cut down. So I heard that special trained carpenter called Miyadaiku takes a look at the condition of the soils, and sometimes they eat some soils to see if it's good or bad tree. Also, they always check if its trees have as long and thick roots as its height, so that the woods can withstand the wind and snow. Moreover, in terms of shapes of wood, they have different shapes, but don't have the exact same shapes, just like we are different with each other. Some are straight, but others are out of straight and curved. So, special trained carpenter Miyadaiku combined the different shaped wood and uses them at the right place to the right use according to its uniqueness. I was very surprised to know that there have been many Miyadaiku's experienced skills, special knowledge, and effort until Horyuji Temple was built. But imagine, there was no dump cars, shovel cars, special tools at that time. I cannot believe the ancient people brought the big trees by themselves without any special tools or machines which we have today. Even today, people are not that ambitious to try to build something that could last for 1,000 years. Today, we'd rather want to make things that will eventually fall apart to create another business opportunity. But Asian people had strong and even desperate yearning for something seemingly impossible. Possible. It is mind-boggling. I believe that there are always wishes included in the buildings. For example, schools are built based on the people's wishes for kids to enjoy studying new things and broaden one's possibility to the bright future. Let's say hospital. Hospitals were built based on the wishes for the healing, the patients, and keeping people healthy. As for this Buddhist temples, Buddhist temple, I believe Prince Shotoku's wishes built this temple. In his time, there are many political wars and continental turmoil all over Japan. People couldn't live peacefully in the state of turmoil. Prince Shotoku was the first person, a politician, who devoted himself to introduce the teaching of Buddhism from outside of Japan and integrate the country with the essence of Buddhism in Japan. Prince Shotoku intends now regent to his aunt Suiko, who succeeded her husband in 593 CE, was to convince the country that Buddhism was exactly what was needed to make people live happily. So Prince Shotoku introduced the teaching of Buddhism, which had still being considered as a fallen religion to Japan, and tried to govern the country by respecting three treasures, which is Buddha, teaching and Sangha in Buddhism. Yes, and the Sangha. Shotoku initiated the first two Buddhist temples to build in Japan. One of them was Horyuji Temple, which I introduced you earlier in Nara, which was built to contain many treasured artworks and artifacts. And he went on to build 5 more. Based on Shotoku's wish, he wanted to make temple the place to pay respect to Buddha, to share the teaching of Dharma and to gather friends who appreciate the same teaching. Prince Shotoku especially respected and wished to spread the spirit of the three treasures in Buddhism all over Japan, and to share the happiness with people. And that he established many temples as important people, as an important place where people can gather to hear the Buddhism and respect each other in accordance with the three treasures, so that he believed that everyone could live happily and respect each other harmoniously. As for this temple, his wish went beyond the country and the difference of language and ethnicity. Thanks to our ancestors who transferred from Japan, they wished to build this temple as an important place where everyone can gather and feel secure. Tracing back to the origin of the temples, we can know that Prince Shotoku's wish is also included in this temple and our Sangha. This is amazing, isn't it? This is a story just after my receiving the ceremony of Tokudo ordination and becoming a Buddhist minister. One of the instructors for Tokudo gave us Tokudo students an important message which he wished us to always remind as a minister. Here it goes. Remember, we don't own the temple, but we, Buddhist ministers, take charge of the temple as a place to revere Buddha, important teaching of Dharma, an important Sangha, led by Amida Buddha and our founder Shinan Shonin. We are the one big Sangha which Shinan Shonin leads us to encounter the teaching of encounter the Amida's wish and respect each other. And I also believe we have a responsibility to hold and share the three treasures which Prince Shotoku wishes us to value in our life at this temple with you all together as a minister. Although we live in a different situation from your time, our core problems which we have in our life are always the same. We are living with sufferings, and we don't know how to escape the cycle of sufferings, the cycle of the birth and death. Buddhism is a teaching to guide us to deeply understand ourselves, and in turn understand others, and eventually liberate us from our sufferings. Thanks to Sangha who can share and revere the same teaching, this plate has been open to everyone, and teaching has been held by ministers and Sanghas beyond the time and space. There are many core messages included in this temple and in our Sangha. Every time I remember that instructor's word, it makes me feel refreshed. For Shinan Shonin, he reveres Prince Shotoku as a founder of Japanese Buddhism, or Shakyamuni Buddha in Japan, because he brought Buddhism to share the teaching of Buddha not only with the people at the time, but also to all of us, those who were born later, just like Shakyamuni Buddha in India did. Everything we have received now are all gifts from our ancestors, our great teachers, and Buddha. Wishes are all included in each of them. We are fortunate that we are here able to encounter and share this teaching with Sangha beyond the time and space, thanks to the countless people's contributions and guidance. Prince Shotoku is one of them. His wish, he wishes us to take refuge in Buddhist teaching. Let us celebrate Prince Shotoku's 1400th years anniversary with all Sanghas and appreciate all his contributions and guidance beyond the time of 1400 years with Sanbutsuge. Please join me in Kansho. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Thank you very much. So thank you very much for listening. So it looks like service is coming to the end. Since it's Memorial Day weekend, I'm sure you might have a chance to get together with your friends, family, and relatives, and we'll share the fun time with everyone together. So for Memorial Day, I guess many people will visit cemetery to commemorate your important family and friends. I believe it is a special opportunity for us to feel the connection of our own life and not only with the family, but also with our important ancestors. So I hope this holiday will be a special opportunity for us to appreciate your loved one and be mindful that their lives still continue to be part of our life and guide each of us as a Buddha. Thank you very much. So I'd like to conclude this service with Kansho. Please join me in Kansho. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Thank you, everyone. So please enjoy your holiday weekends. Bye. Take care.